So hello everybody, this is Sarah Estelle from sarahestelle.com, and I'm here today to share more about my passion and mostly to share with you or to introduce you to Sally Arthurs, who is graduate of the Diploma in Flower and Vibrational Essences that I facilitate. So welcome to you, Sally.
Thank you, Sarah.
Tell everybody about you.
What is there to tell? Yeah, well, at the moment, I am an emotional wellbeing consultant. I work with people who are struggling with their emotions, and I help them to find, basically to find themselves and to understand themselves better, and to make life a bit easier for them. I've also recently began working with the Starlight energies, which is something that's been really close to my heart for a long time. And I'm helping attune other people to this energy at the moment. And I've recently got through my own range, which I said I never would do, but they're here. So that was a bit of a surprise for me. But yeah, that's, in a nutshell, that's what I do.
Beautiful work, and it's been a pleasure to witness your journey. So let's hear a little bit more about it. But I'd love to hear more about what you're doing now and the Starlight energies that you work with and how it can help people. But before we go to that place, when I first met you, you weren't doing that, and you'd healed an awful lot in your life when I first met you. So there wasn't any sort of disaster going on or anything. But you weren't in that place of alignment that we can all see you in now. So can you share with us a little bit like what it was like, life was like before you committed to taking essences long term via the diploma?
Yeah, well, I'd done various therapies, including aromatherapy, Reiki, things like that, but I'd kind of become disillusioned with everything. There was something that just wasn't right within me, and I'd kind of taken a step back from everything and thought, right, I'm not gonna work in this field anymore. It's not really for me. I'm not happy doing what I'm doing. And just the flower essences came really strongly into my life again. And as soon as I tuned back into that, it just felt as though something had fallen into place. It was almost like it's the missing part of the puzzle. And that's when I decided to take the diploma, and a whole new realm opened up to me, really. The missing part of me.
Yeah, so what did it feel like? We don't really want to hang around in this energy, but it's helpful for sometimes people to hear it because they might recognize some of these things in themselves. So there was a missing part of you. So what did it feel like to live your life with a part of you missing?
It was almost like I didn't quite know what I was doing. There didn't feel a great purpose, or nothing had great meaning. It was shallow, I suppose, was if I needed more. I needed that something more, and there was something deep missing, and I needed that part to be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just needed
yeah.
that sense of peace. Yeah.
Because it's interesting, isn't it? Because what I'm kind of hearing and picking up on, just asking you to talk about is that your life was okay, it was good, there was lots of good things, but there was still this bit that was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Everything was good, but it was just that
yeah,
inside part that wasn't fulfilled.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the alignment, isn't it? The inner and the outer, bringing you fully through, which is kind of what I'm hearing. So, what did you receive by taking part in the diploma and taking essences long term?
Um, I really got to understand myself. I understood the patterns in my life that kind of held me back from a lot of things. Understood myself on an emotional level. I became more balanced, and even like my family, I think, benefited as well, because the more content I was in myself, obviously, the less I, I was. Didn't say stress then, but it was probably a much nicer and less unhappy person not that I was unhappy, but there was just, say, there was just that part of me missing. And when that came through, then I'm really happy within myself.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
lots of clarity came from the diploma, yeah.
Mm.
Bit of a
So,
shock because I didn't expect it to be about me. I expected it about learning, and but it all come back to me, and I really, really enjoyed the journey, yeah.
yeah, well, it's just sometimes a surprise to people that we have to, it's about us. Nature will make it about us because we need to be that alignment in order to move forward in any other way. So as a result of refinding yourself and finding this clarity that you've spoken about and a sense of being content within, what has this enabled you to be and do now? How's your life different now? How are you different now?
Again, as I say, I'm a lot more content in myself. I don't fall into the traps that I did before, where negative emotions would have became a big thing and I would have wallowed in it for a wee while. I can quickly shift out of that. But it's also been able to follow the things that really make me happy. As we touched on the Starlight Essences, I've worked with stars for a long, long time, but it's something that I would never have spoken to anybody about. It was something that, you know, probably surprised a lot of people. And again, everything I did was kind of geared to help, not to help other people, but to fit in with other people. Whereas now, I'm happy to do what makes me happy, and the other people seem to fit in with that as well, and it can help them. But it basically all comes back to me, and it feels kind of selfish saying that, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just that sense of self.
Yeah. Well, that's a great
It's a
teacher
comfortable
for others,
place.
isn't it? Great teachers for others as well, just to kind of know that when we focus on ourselves, first and foremost, it's not selfish. We've kind of been given lies along with that one for a long time.
Yeah.
So what I'd love to hear you talk about a little bit more is this, is what I'm hearing you say is that by owning that starlight part of you, you've kind of come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've come out and spoken about who you are and who you truly are and what you really do.
Yeah.
And how do, tell us a little bit more about that process, because you'd hidden it even to yourself. And that's
Yeah.
quite detrimental to our own soul well-being, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I tried to distance myself from it. I didn't fully understand it. And I thought I was a bit strange, and you know, everybody would think I was weird if I spoke about it. So I just kind of ignored it. But it's a strange thing when you ignore things; they've got a habit of coming back and knocking at your door louder and louder every time until you do listen. I've always been drawn to the stars, and even as a kid, and I used to sit and watch them for hours, and there was always something. It just kind of renewed me. Um, it was a place to be, and now I'm able to tap into different energies. And when it comes through, it brings a different aspect to me. It works with different aspects of my energy, and then I'm able to pass that on to other people.
It's beautiful work. Beautiful work. Yeah, I can really sense that you're the channel now, you know, and you've opened up to that. So what about the diploma? What part of it? I don't know quite how easy this is to answer, but I think you'll find a way to share with us. What part of the journey, was it a practical part, or was it an experiential part, or both, that allowed you to feel safe enough to come out, to share what you really do?
I think it was the whole process, to be honest. I mean, I absolutely loved the fact that when I'd finished one module, there was another little bottle waiting there for me, and you know, I would follow the process and set my intentions at the beginning of the month. And what I absolutely loved was at the end of the month was to do the reflective practice, because it kind of blew me away every time that even although I might not have been consciously following, I was doing the work, but I might not have been consciously following the intention, but everything I fell beautifully into place. And it was, you know, it was like another facet was opened up at the end of the month. And I think the more that you see this, the more, again, it's like filling these spaces within yourself. It just feels really, it's just like, wow, you know, this is happening, I can do this. And then I think the fact of all the support and all the sharing within the diploma, you begin to realise that there are other people that feel this, that have these things happen to them, and talk about nature and talk about plants and talk about stars and their energy and things like that. So it's, yeah, it gives you a sense of belonging, and that it does give you the confidence to speak about it more.
Yeah, it's a real thing that I've learned to truly appreciate from it as well, is that the community and the sharing is so much part of it, the friendships. I know that from when I trained myself. That is just as much part of it as everything else. Yeah. It's so beautiful, Sally. Really beautiful. Because I know I've known you
A bit
for
of
quite
a
a few
great
years
journey.
now and shared much of this part of your journey with you, but to kind of like hear you put it all into one place is very beautiful. So do you have any words of wisdom for anybody who hasn't taken essences before, or maybe has and has some kind of, is wondering how to move forward? What's the wisdom that comes through?
I would tell them not to hesitate to do it if they feel called at all, just to take it, to speak to other people that have taken essences, to work with them, because the essences really are, they're transformational. There's no doubt about it. They actually set me off on my journey in the first place a long time ago, and they get you to the place where you need to be. It can be an easy journey, it can be a long journey, but the sooner you start it, the better, and your life just changes in ways that are far better. It's just having the essences as support it's the best thing that you can have. There's, like, no, don't take anything else, have essences. Yeah,
it's the biggest secret, isn't it? It's the biggest.
yeah.
It's so simple, it's not expensive, it's just extraordinary. Thank you, Sally. Thank you so much for sharing your starlight energy with us. And
Thank you.
I wish you many blessings on your journey ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.